Hello there, AADA Nation. Welcome to Dapp Central. My name is Fareed, and in today's video, I want to break down all the latest news and developments surrounding the Cardano network. First things first, I want to touch on the weekly Cardano Development report, which was just released by IOG. Second, I want to jump into updates surrounding the Cardano TVL and exactly where we stand. Now, after we're done reviewing the general Cardano development updates, I want to jump into updates surrounding the Gero wallet, which is going to be a wallet not only available as a browser extension, but also on mobile, and the fact that they're now integrating video and audio directly within the wallet. After that, I want to talk about Project NEWM, which is going to be a music related project, potentially giving Cardano a lot of major exposure here on the Killer Whales show, and exactly how you guys in the community can vote for Project NEWM in order to get them highlighted on this up and coming platform. After that, I want to jump into updates surrounding Orcfax and the fact that the ISPO has now come to a close. If you guys missed this particular ISPO, this was a fully saturated pool that we saw launch in no more than just a few epochs, but again, they're now going to be winding down. After that, I want to touch on AADA Finance and their utilization rates, or UR, and their fees associated depending on the utilization rates of the actual protocol. In closing, I've got a minor update here surrounding Indigo and their DEX Aggregator, which is now seen in additional DEX being integrated into the platform. Now that we've got the agenda for today's video put to the side, if it's your first time stopping by the channel, my goal here is to provide you guys in the community with the latest news, tutorials, and reviews surrounding the top builders on the Cardano network. If you guys want to support me here on my mission to educate the broader Cardano community, then consider delegating with the official Dapp Central stake pool, which is stake pool ticker DAPP. That said, let's go and jump into our very first topic for today's video, which is going to be reviewing the weekly Cardano development report. So we now have more than 127 projects launched on the network with over 1,200 builders, 8.33 million native tokens, almost 75,000 token policies, over 5,600 Plutus V1 scripts, and in terms of V2 scripts, which I do appreciate this team for breaking this out into two separate portions, we now have over 2,500 Plutus V2 scripts taking advantage of the Vassal hard fork updates. On the left hand side there, in terms of key updates, the team continues to work on core tech improvements. There's also ongoing work in terms of the Lace multi-delegation feature, which is one of the highly anticipated and one of the most asked for features when it comes to this wallet developed by IOG. We've also got the upcoming launch of the Project Catalyst funding round number 10, as well as a feedback survey taking place for participants of the 4th ever Plutus Pioneers program, which has just completed. That's going to take us through the first update there, again, just surrounding the weekly development report. I don't want to spend too much time on that, but moving into the next update here, I want to touch on the Cardano TVL. So right now, in terms of TVL, as of May 23rd, we've got more than $158 million currently locked on the Cardano network with a 24-hour change of 4.55%. In terms of dominance, we've got the biggest platform right now on the network, which is going to be MintSwap, coming in with a 37% dominance. On the left-hand side there, we can see that over the course of the last week, the TVL of MintSwap has increased by 17%. We've got Indigo at number 2 with an increase of over 11%. We've got Wing Riders actually losing a little bit of TVL, about 10%, with Jed rising a slight 3%, followed by Liquid with a gain of 11%. And then we've got the likes of Muesli Swap, Sunday Swap, AADA Finance, Optum Finance, Fluid Tokens, and Lending Pond to wrap up the bunch. That's going to wrap it up there for that very first update. Again, touching on the weekly development report as well as the TVL status. Next, I want to touch on an update here surrounding Gero wallet, and this is going to be an anticipated feature that I personally think will be rolling out on a lot of other wallets in the near future. So what this team has done is they've now integrated a brand new Gero media player that allows you to play your music NFTs, and in the near future, it'll allow for you to also view videos directly from within the Gero wallet. So this is a wallet that's not only available on a web browser, it's also available via mobile. I had Sean Roller on the platform here, which is going to be basically the founder and head lead of the Gero wallet, breaking down their mobile release. This was about 5 or 6 months ago, and since then they've continued to iterate, and not just iterate, but listen to the community and follow up on exactly what the community has asked for. So if I jump over into this next tab here, I've got a brief article that I want to touch on highlighting the release of this particular feature and exactly how you guys in the community can get your hands on it. So before I jump into that, I just want to blow this up a little bit and just kind of show this to you. I mean, this reminds me of like Spotify, iTunes, and so many of these premium platforms that allow for you to stream and listen to your music. And to now see this integrated into a Cardano wallet, to me, is a huge milestone. So congratulations to Sean and the rest of his team. I know they've been working tirelessly around the clock in order to make this happen. Jumping back out, let's quickly break this down here. So it states here today on May 25th of 2023, we've launched the Gero Media Wallet player for Android, iOS, and the Chrome browser. So regardless of where you're accessing the Gero wallet from, you should have the ability to utilize this feature. Now we're going to talk about how you can actually get access to this in just a minute. You can now enjoy your NFTs directly in your wallet with the device you prefer without having to navigate outside of the wallet or anywhere else. Now, this is a feature that has come online, again, by popular demand, and so it states here that you asked the community, and the Gero wallet team has listened. The team saw numerous requests for a true NFT media player. Now, on top of that, the Cardano music scene is quickly growing, and music NFTs are becoming more and more popular. We just saw the integration of, the collaboration, I should say, between the Gero wallet, the NMaker team, and the NEWM team to bring along the music record store, which I'm going to talk about here in just a moment. So it seems like Gero wallet is really kind of tapping into this particular scene, taking advantage of a market that has not really been satisfied by other Cardano wallets. That said, it's become necessary for there to be an adequate and user-friendly method for digesting art and media on the network. The team believes that this is going to be one piece of the puzzle for supporting artists on Cardano and pushing them towards making Cardano the go-to place for music NFTs. Again, I think that if they're able to collaborate very closely with Project NEWM, that they have a really good shot here of being the leading wallet when it comes to music adoption, with this particular feature already putting them well ahead of the pack. So if I scroll down, we've got the link to download this media player using Android, iOS, and Chrome. And if you don't already have a music NFT, you can head over to the record store, which I did a full video on, and I'll leave that link down below, which was released by NEWM in order to purchase music NFTs. Again, this was done in collaboration with NEWM, NMaker, and Six City. Now they're going to be touching here on what we can expect moving forward, which is going to be including video support. So today you can enjoy your audio NFTs, but moving forward, the team plans to continue adding additional functionality such as full support for video NFTs and audiobooks. So if they're really, really smart here, which I know that they are, I think they could also tap into book.io. Now, I do believe that book.io has their own book reader app already on the iOS marketplace, but it never hurts to have multiple avenues to be able to digest a certain piece of content. That said, in addition, they're also planning on adding features such as playlist creation, library management, and so much more. The goal of this particular media player is to allow you to enjoy any of your NFTs that you own directly within your wallet. That, I think, is the key part there, providing users with a simple and user-friendly experience. So if I blow this up here, I'll let you guys kind of check that out. But the way that I see this working out is if we have a single go-to place where we can add all of our videos and all of our music NFTs, not only does that bring more adoption to Cardano specifically, but it keeps everything in-house and it makes the user experience almost seamless, right? We're already seeing platforms, for example, like YouTube, right, which I'm using right now to create this video, leverage not only video content, but they're also moving into YouTube music. They're doing YouTube podcast, YouTube shorts, and this is all being done within the YouTube platform, again, which keeps creators using and leveraging YouTube more. So I think the same approach could be applied to Gero Wallet, in the fact that they're now going to be supporting music, NFTs, and potentially videos. And so if you own any of that kind of content, you can view and interact with all of that directly from a single location, keeping you within the Gero Wallet. Jumping back out of the article here, I want to touch on exactly how you guys in the community can begin to get access to this feature. So the Gero Media Player is going to be their first ever premium feature launched on the Gero platform. In order to access this, you're going to have to meet one of two conditions. So the first condition is to either stake a minimum of 250 AADA to the Gero stake pool, which they've got a link to that down below. It's a pretty simple process. Or number two, you need to own at least 10,000 of the Gero tokens. Now, as long as those are in your wallet, you should be able to go ahead and actually leverage this premium feature. Now, if you're not a staker, or if you don't own 10,000 of Gero tokens, you can get access to a free trial. And so that's going to be offered to anybody trying this feature out, and that'll be available for a total of 72 hours. That's going to wrap it up there for that particular update. Again, congratulations to the Gero team pushing this entire space forward by leveraging music and their media player. The next update I want to jump into as a part of today's Cardano Scoop is going to be surrounding Project NEWM and the fact that they are now undergoing a vote to appear on the Killer Whale show. If you have not heard of Killer Whales, this is going to be very similar to the Shark Tank show that we've seen, where we have projects basically pitching their idea to potential investors. However, this is going to be taking a spin, given the fact that they're only going to be focusing on crypto projects. So it states here, the competition for the wildcard slots on the Killer Whales app is now heating up. Project NEWM is leading the way, followed by the Floki project, ChainGPT, Smart Aliens, and Bird. In order to engage and vote for your particular project that you want to support, you can head over to hello.one. So I encourage you guys here to head over to this particular website, quickly connect your MetaMask wallet, and actually go ahead and vote for the NEWM project. If I jump back here, we can actually see that NEWM is, or at least it was, #1 in terms of that wildcard slot. I do believe that it is still #1, but if you head over to Killer Whales here, again, you can go over to hello.one. You can select the leaderboards here, and you can actually view who is in the lead. Now, if you want to vote for NEWM, all you need to do is click on the search icon down here, select NEWM, go ahead and click on that. And then from here, once you've connected your wallet, you can just give them the thumbs up. And as you guys can see there, my vote has now been registered. So there you go. Make sure to go ahead and show support for Project NEWM. Again, trying to push the Cardano ecosystem forward. And if we can make an appearance on a show like this, I do believe that this will be the first Cardano project to do so. So trailblazing here, not only in the music space, but also in appearances here on these broader blockchain crypto shows. Jumping into the next update, I want to touch on Orcfax and the fact that their ISPO is now coming to a close. If you guys are not familiar with Orcfax, they're going to be a Oracle platform bringing off-chain data and real-world decisions onto the blockchain in a secure manner. So as it states here on their official website, as we've reached epoch number 414, our initial stake pool offering, or ISPO for short, has officially come to an end. This means that the Fax pool will be retired in epoch number 424. If I jump over into Pool PM, we can see that this pool will be retiring in about 2 months. And over the course of their ISPO, we saw more than 69 million AADA getting delegated to this pool. So at one point it was fully saturated, but it's quite amazing how quickly people came into this particular pool and how quickly they've left again, understanding that once the stake pool is retired, you will no longer be able to earn any rewards on the AADA staked to that pool. So shout out to this team here. Again, I'm doing my part to raise awareness. If you're delegated to the ISPO, given the fact that it's now concluded, you will need to go ahead and move your stake to an active pool before this one retires. Again, if you want to continue leveraging Cardano and earning on your AADA. That's going to be it there. Just a very brief update for Orcfax. Next, I want to jump into updates surrounding AADA Finance. Now, this is going to be surrounding their V2 version of their application, which, if you guys are not aware, will be taking on a peer-to-pool approach. Now here we have a brief snippet from their Gitbook, which I will leave a link to down below, which talks about platform fees and their utilization rate. So as more people use the platform, they're going to be charging dynamic fees, again, in order to make sure that the platform is sustainable and in order to make sure that it can continue to run with or without the team continuing to continuously develop and add new features. So what we have here is going to be a brief section here discussing how much we can expect in terms of fees depending on the utilization rate. So the platform fee is going to be charged by the platform to maintain itself, which I just touched on there before. And the platform fee size represents a particular percentage of the interest paid by the user. So depending on how much interest you're paying on a particular loan, a portion of that will go towards the platform. So the latter varies depending on the utilization rate, and we can see the examples down below. So if the utilization rate is below 10%, there's going to be a fee size of 10% from the interest that you're paying on the loan. If the utilization rate is below 45%, but above 10%, the fee will be 20% from the interest. And then if the utilization rate is above 45%, we're going to see a fee of 40% from your interest being applied. That said, if you guys are not in agreement with the utilization rate or the fees being charged as a part of the interest, then you can go ahead and actually take advantage of the AADA DAO governance in order to spin up a proposal and have the greater Cardano community vote as to exactly how they want this particular feature to be implemented. One last thing I want to touch on here is that if you guys want more information surrounding AADA Finance's V2 version of the protocol, you can head over to their Gitbook, which is at aada.gitbook.io. From here, you can find out more about exactly how their pooled lending will work and all the other features here, again, being brought on by this team. So again, we can take a look at their NFT bonds. We can take a look at their pooled lending, their LP tokens, all of that really good stuff. So I'm going to be doing my job here to continue to stay educated in order to bring you guys the latest news here surrounding this protocol. That's going to be it there for that particular update. The very last update I want to touch on is going to be a quick one here surrounding Indigo. So if you guys are not familiar with Indigo, they're going to be a platform bringing synthetic assets into Cardano. And this particular update is going to be surrounding an integration with the ViFi DEX. So ViFi just recently launched on the Cardano mainnet. And I had the pleasure of speaking with Stephen Ward about exactly what they're bringing, which includes their DEX, their bar, their farming, and their L2LP. Now, tying this back into Indigo, we are aware that Indigo has a DEX aggregator. This basically allows you to get the best price on the market for any token that you're looking to purchase. So as an example, if you're looking to purchase IUSD, not only will the current aggregator look across MinSwap, Sunday Swap, Wing Riders, and Muesli Swap, but it will now also include ViFinance to see exactly which DEX has the best price. Now, keep in mind that these 5 DEXs are arguably the biggest DEXs right now on the network with the most liquidity. So I believe that as we get more DEXs launching on the network, for example, as we begin to see platforms like the Genius Yield DEX, which is expected to be launching sometime in Q4 of this year, come online, that will also see them getting added into the Indigo DEX aggregator. That is going to bring me to a close here for today's Cardano Scoop, in which we've touched on the weekly Cardano Development Report, their TVL status update, the Gero wallet media player, NEWM making an appearance potentially on the Killer Whale show. Don't forget to go vote for them. Orcfax's ISPO coming to a close, AADA Finance and their utilization rates, as well as the Indigo platform adding the ViFi DEX into their DEX aggregator. If you guys found today's video to be helpful or insightful in any way, shape, or form, I would really appreciate if you guys could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by the channel and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions for me surrounding Cardano or any of the topics that we discussed today as a part of this video, then make sure to leave a comment down below. That said, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.